Good afternoon, Vallejo. You are watching VCAT, your hometown television station. This is Community Forum, and I am your host, Maria Britagon. You can see our show on Channel 27 at Comcast or Channel 99 at AT&T Uverse. I would like to invite you and see our recording on Thursdays and Sundays at 6:30. I have the most wonderful people today. I have the most wonderful guests today. They are called the Soroptimists, the most wonderful people you've ever known. And I would like them to introduce themselves personally, starting with Jackie.
Hi, my name is Jackie Arnold, and I'm president of Soroptimists International of Vallejo.
Hi, my name is Vosette Lacy.
And you are?
I'm a Soroptimist of Vallejo.
Thank you. I love it. And Glenda?
I'm Glenda Good, and I am a Soroptimist and also this year recording secretary for Soroptimist.
Thank you so much all for coming. I'm so glad that you guys are all here today. I have been wanting to project what Soroptimism is all about, how proud I am of it, and so I'm going to start by saying, what can you tell us about Soroptimist International of Vallejo, and what kind of service organization is Soroptimist? Glenda?
Soroptimist is actually it's an international organization, basically whose mission is to be the best and help other women to be their best. So our international, national, and local focus is to make opportunities for women to succeed and to better the lives for themselves and for their families. Soroptimist started in 1921, actually, and was a surprise because the gentleman who started it thought he would be meeting with a man as the president or the principal of the school in Berkeley. And when he got there expecting to meet this man, he found out that it was a woman. And so the conversation moved into service organizations for women because he had been involved in creating them for men. Out of that beginning, Soroptimist grew and grew and grew. We have been a club since 1939 here in Vallejo. And worldwide, we probably have representation in almost every country and a membership of about 80,000 women, all of whom are committed to the same opportunity of making lives better for women and children and empowering them to be their best.
Thank you so much for your answer. What are some of the things your club has accomplished this year, Madam President?
Well, over the year, we do many different things. Some of the things that come up that we participate in is the Live Your Dreams Award. And we give grants to young women that want to improve their lives, that usually have children and are enrolled in college and just want to make themselves be a better person, have a better life. So we provide grants for them. We usually give 3 Live Your Dream Awards. We also give a Ruby Award, and that's for someone in the community that's done something, just excelled in something in the community and has done something just phenomenal that we want to congratulate them, and we usually give them a grant as well. The other things we do are small things throughout the year. We work with the foster girls that are graduating out of the foster care system. Usually when kids graduate out from the foster care system when they turn 18, some leave their families and they're on their own. So we want to kind of pick them up and help them get out into the community. So we'll make backpacks and baskets for them with things they may need, helping them on instructions with their resume, guiding them on the direction of a job, or guiding them in direction of schooling, or whatever they may need. But we work closely with the foster care system and usually with the girls that are graduating out of the foster care system. We also work with we send a group of middle school kids to a thing we call Tech Trek.
Okay.
And that is at, am I skipping ahead? That is at Sonoma State.
Okay.
And it's a science camp and they go to Sonoma State and they live there for 2 weeks at the camp, and they learn all kind of math and science things. And we usually pay for, Glenda, correct me about this, do we usually pay for 1 or 2 girls to go, or do we?
Normally we pay for one or two
girls to
yes.
go. And
so
then
good.
we like to have them come back when they are out of the camp and tell us about their experience at the camp.
What is so wonderful about Seroptimists is they do so much and they keep a very low profile. And I can't stand it because, and so I says, let me get Jackie and the rest of the crew and let them tell the world what we're doing every year. And for majority of the time, I know that we excel in doing fundraisings because we give so much more money than any organization.
We do.
So that makes me sort of, so that's why I want you guys to be here today so that we can tell the world what we actually do.
Right.
You know, I think it's only fair.
Let me add just one more thing to what Jackie said. She's kind of covered the middle level of things, but we do also support at the Live Your Dream Awards level our Seroptimists International of the Americas program, which is the signature program for Seroptimists of the Americas. And so part of what we take in as our fundraising will go to that, and the rest comes to us to distribute. She's mentioned some of the ways. Other ones might be a donation to Harvest House, which is an excellent and growing program for women, housing and things like that. Many other things that we do that help both locally and in a wider perspective for Seroptimists.
Okay. And I'd like to add to that something that happens throughout the year, and it's usually different every year, is people will come to us and ask us for donations. I just brought forward 2 yesterday, brand new organizations that are asking us for grants to help them in certain situations. So throughout the year we have many of those, and the board of directors talks about it, and we try to give to as many of those as we can as well.
Okay.
Local organizations.
Thank you. So what can you add to all of this?
There was one that I did want to add, was that we also help the Vallejo Arts Summer Program.
Okay.
Yes.
And continue. How about the Harvest House, and do you?
Yeah, I think Jackie mentioned the
Did you
Harvest
mention?
House.
Okay.
Or Glenda did.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say? Anything more you want to say?
Covered it all.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going by these questionnaires because, so I just said,
Yes.
actually, how do you raise funds, and tell us about your fundraisers?
Sure. So we have a major fundraiser that we do. It's our Seroptimist Winemakers Dinner and Auction. Last year we made over $80,000.
Which is great.
It is. It was very amazing. So this year our theme is Bells, Boots, and Bling. Our event is going to be on September 9th. And it's
Could you show them your
Sure.
flyer?
Yeah, it's going to be on September 9th at 6 p.m. and it's at Zio Fredo's. And this event always sells out. So, tickets are still available, and it is an event that includes a wine pairing,
Yes.
a Vino Godfather with a delicious dinner from Zio Fredo's. We do a silent auction and a live auction. We're accepting donations. We have a great list of sponsors that have already made their donations to us, and we are still we're still looking for more.
Okay, so on that note, could you please look at this camera and go for it with the sponsors and tell them what we're doing and what benefits, who benefits from what we're doing, and tell them what is happening this time.
I'm happy to.
Yeah.
So what we do is last year we gave scholarships to 6 graduating young women from Vallejo high schools. They were in the amount of $5,000. These women come to our meeting and they receive these scholarships. They bring their family. Their stories are amazing. And that they can go and continue their education is something that each of us is so proud of. We also have the Live Your Dream Awards. I believe we distributed 2 of them last year? 3 of them. 3 of them. And these go to women that generally are low income, head of household, and they have something in their life that's just, you know,
Hardship.
A hardship, yes, thank you. And they take these scholarships and they use them towards continuing their education. So, I mean, these are women that live in Vallejo here in our community and are forever grateful. And we will actually have one of them coming back to speak at our winemakers dinner. That's on September 9th. So we're looking forward to hearing from her and hearing how her education has continued.
Could any one of you please jump in to answer this question? Why are we so concerned about sex trafficking?
Actually, that has been a focus of Seroptimists a lot
worldwide.
Not just locally, for any number of years, and it kind of comes to the front and then moves away when we work with other things, and then comes back to the front and is again back in the front. And Seroptimists work in partnership with other organizations who are better trained and more equipped to handle that, but support the ongoing work that has to be done to address this major issue.
I'm so concerned about this trafficking, sex trafficking, and there's going to be a workshop at the Empress Theater. How do you feel about that? Anyone?
Yeah, so it's very important, you know, for us as women and Seroptimists and in our community to bring awareness to this and that it is happening in our community. You know, they're not limited to where this takes place.
That's right.
So there is going to be a workshop. It's going to be at the Empress Theater. It's on the 16th of August, and it's from 6 to 8. Yeah. It's put on by the Vallejo Police Department, the Citizen Workshop. So anyone is welcome to come and attend that event. And to make yourself aware is what's really important.
Yeah, this awareness is very important.
Yes, and if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. Jackie, tell us about how the scholarship recipients are chosen.
Well, our scholarships, as we've discussed here, is a big part of our fundraising. And what we do is we have the girls in the high schools fill out a pretty extensive application. The way we get them into the schools is we actually physically each take a school and we go to the schools, we meet with the counselors, and they help distribute the applications to young women. Then the women fill them out, and we get them all back, and then we have a scholarship committee. The scholarship committee reads through these applications. It's very timely. We really want to get to know the girl. And some of these girls, they're first-time college applicants and their families. Their families speak a second language. It may be from a single parent. It may be a parent, two parents that have 7 children living with them and make $12,000 a year. I mean, some of these stories are just incredible. And we look through them and we read through their grade point average, of course, is a major thing, their SATs, and all of that. So we look at everything, and then we interview the girls. We interview usually 6 to 8 girls. And we have a room, they come in and we have questions. The scholarship committee is sitting at a table, they come in and we ask them 6 or 7 questions. And then we decide who is going to receive the scholarship. Last year it was so hard, and we interviewed 6 girls and we gave all 6 of them scholarships because they were just fabulous. Yep. So they have to already be accepted to a school. They are young women in the Vallejo schools, the private schools as well as the public schools, and they already have to be accepted at a college or a 4-year college or university. We are thinking seriously this year about possibly having scholarships for the junior college level. So if they're just going to a 2-year college, we're going to consider them as well. So we're in discussions about that right now. I'm hoping it goes that way.
Okay, I just took note of what Vosette said, that we actually had $80,000 from the last fundraising event that we had. So how are the funds distributed?
The funds, first of all, it's important to know that 100% of the funds that we raise, of this 80,000 plus, will go only to service projects.
Okay.
So it opens up the possibilities for us to award more grants, more scholarships, to be more active in the local community with some of the organizations that Josette has mentioned, that Jackie has mentioned, and others who ask us for assistance. And that money then will be joyously spent
Joyously, okay.
and joyously received,
Yes.
For the benefit of this community and for the wider area, because of the donation that we will also make to the Seroptimist International of the Americas.
Thank you. This question is very personal, and you know, I guess everybody have different experience. Could each of you tell us why you are a Seroptimist? And let's start with Glenda, going to Josette, going to Madam President. And express yourself to the hill, you know?
Okay. I am a
Thank you.
I am a Seroptimist and have been since 1989. And on the way over, I was thinking about that question, and I honestly believe that there are many of us who are really Seroptimists but don't know that we are. And I happen to be one of those back at that period of time. And I cannot tell you the gifts that Seroptimists have been to me. The people, the things we do, the people we've met. I would not have met and been partners with this many astounding people had I not said yes. But that, I think, is because I was already thinking as a Seroptimist. So if you're out there and you think like a Seroptimist,
come on over.
Come on over. Yes. Exactly. Thank you.
And how about you, Giselle?
Yes. So I'm fairly new. I think this is my 3rd year as a Seroptimist. And kind of like Glenda said, I believe that all women are Seroptimists at heart. We all want to give. We all want to be accepted and love one another. I agree with everything that Glenda said. And but being part of this group, we have this friendship and this, it's just amazing how we all feel about each other. And those that have been Seroptimists and no longer are, or those that are waiting to come and join us, the work that we do is amazing. I was actively seeking a club to join, and I was checking them all out. And my first club that I joined was a Seroptimist, and I've never regretted it.
And Madam President.
Oh boy, well I agree with them. That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Ditto.
Ditto. Well, for me, I was in Fairfield Seroptimist for 4 years, and I think I wasn't sure really what the depth of the group was about. I don't think I understood it. And then I came over to Vallejo, and I've been in Vallejo for 7 years. And for me, it was at a time where my life was very different. I was really lost, and I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. And I walked into that room and knew that I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be like these women. Yes. I wanted this. And so it was a different level for me the second time when I came to Vallejo. I knew that I wanted this in my life, and I dove in all the way, and it has just changed my life. Like both of them said, you know, they're my sisters, they're my best friends, they're my moms. I can call any of them and they're there for us, for me. And what we do for the community is so astounding, and it gives me the chills.